Might fly a little bit more, 18% humidity, and a packed house. As Judge leading in a number of statistical categories for New York. You see Jason Dominguez in there.
The Miami Marlins got through 5 innings, and I think for Bideau, as we saw, maybe not his best.
This year, 292, 10 homers.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say that Trent Grisham and his mustache have been on their best behavior.
New York Yankees coming off of a 2-leg homestand. Grisham flies it foul and out of play, and now it's 2-2. Here's the umpire.
Behind him and Aaron Judge, you don't want to see with guys on.
It's a player in the game by a significant margin, Aaron Judge. And he's first pitch swinging, lacing it to deep left. Soderstrom going back at the wall, and it is off the wall. Hustling into second base is Judge. He will slide in.
2 on, nobody out, second and third.
It's the DH Ben Rice now taking strike one, the former Dartmouth product.
Again, I think
long way to go for Soderstrom. He slows, loses cap, makes the catch, and Grisham won't test his arm. One away.
Talk about getting some experience and dirt under your spikes, folks. Look no further than Guccione, but a little bit of a low ball umpire. Well, definitely a low ball umpire. Not many strikes at the top of the zone to be found.
Here's another great hitter in Paul Goldschmidt swinging on the first pitch, bounce back to the pitcher Bideau, and he'll throw to first and get.
And in that instance, home, you want to drive him back to the bag. And anytime.
But it's Jason Dominguez, and he's bouncing one foul, 1-1. Well, he's in the order
to the big leagues.
Tipped into Langolier's glove, now 1-2. 1-2 to Dominguez. His although Bideau somehow posts a 0 in the top of the first inning. We're scoring. Kurtz, his first time batting ninth for Mark Kotze's club. His first pitch swinging, bouncing it back to the pitcher. Warren gets it and underhands to Goldschmidt. It's Soderstrom now ripping at the first pitch, 0-1. Tyler on a 5-game hitting streak. And again, he swings and misses, 0-2. Remember,
and that's, I think, a major cutout.
0-2, a wave and a miss on a wicked curveball. 2 are down. The house. First pitch to Rooker is away, 1 ball and no strikes. Of Cabrera throws to first, and it's a perfect peg, a 1-2-3 inning. We're scoreless through 1. As a manager, he's done everything except the one thing is Bideau. It's backhanded by Langoliers, 1-2.
Run guys out there every day. But I think.
So 1-2 to Cabrera. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Bideau. That's 2 now. Called on May the 2nd, just 7 days ago. Made his major league debut the same day. As a runner on first and 1 out. Now 2-0. This is another thing.
And I think there's some guys in the lineup that represent that.
2-1. In the air, shallow left. On the run is Soderstrom. He's still.
Yeah, you just wonder if Tyler Soderstrom is just making a decision to try to keep the baseball in front of him. But I think Tyler Soderstrom probably making a decision to not lay out and not have
throwing process for Soderstrom. We know he's going to make mistakes out there. You know, he's still trying to get his lay of the land, and by and large, he's been great
from the jump.
1-1, high in the air to center. Out goes Wilson, in comes Bleday. Who's going to get it?
Cam, brought to you by Defy. Chris, this is.
I couldn't agree more. It's Langoliers first, taking a strike from Warren, 0-1 for the year.
And he'll tell you, that's all he's got.
Home runs. That sweeper was well outside
for a while. And I think what we have seen.
2-2, and he's beaten to the spot with a fastball. He'll strike out. We're seeing JJ regularly come in at the 5th, 6th, or 7th spot now. First pitch breaking ball gets warped. I was wondering, Dallas, considering the back and forth nature of the series against Seattle.
Understood what sort of a litmus test that the Mariners represented. It's a division opponent. Big league rookies. That is the leader in the clubhouse.
It's the former Yankee Miguel Andujar taking strike one over his last 7. That does it now, doing it again with the green and gold. 1-1, grounded the other way, diving play by Goldschmidt. Look at him against fastballs. First across the board, and he's retired on 3 pitches this time.
That he threw up there that Aaron Judge almost hit through the outfield wall. Vito spinning it. And we're going to take stock of what kind of swings we get as Rice fouls one back.
A lot of people ask the question, how are the Yankees going to fill that gap?
So what are we doing there?
Rice strikes out. Now Goldschmidt. Strike 1. 0-2.
How about it?
Have it 0-2. The pitch. In the air, deep to right. 0-2. That's clubbed to deep center field. Blade breaking back. He's still going, twisting, turning, and it's over the wall and goal.
Simply put, that's what makes this group dangerous. Still hurt you.
Dominguez fouls it off of his foot.
And it's the mix of veteran prowess in this lineup, like you just saw from Goldschmidt.
It's Volpe now, who flew out to Soderstrom and left. First pitch strike, 0-1.
Well, I appreciate the fact that Vito not chased out of the strike zone after back-to-back homers. Right back in there.
And he's staying up high, inducing a swing and miss, 0-2. Well, the flags aren't blowing at all. The ball is flying, and the 1-2 pitch is a changeup in. The inning against Goldschmidt. Misses that, and then right after that, Goldschmidt hits his 4th. 2-2 windup and pitch. Got him on the outside corner. But not before the...
Lawrence Butler, count leverage, 1-0. Do we see the hands again? No. And that's always a curiosity of mine. Fire to think about getting on base via bunt. And I think we see a defender not respecting it.
2-1, pokes the bat head out, a soft liner, and laying out to make the catch is Vivas. Is coming up. And he'll bounce it to Vivas at second on a 3 or 4.
And what you don't want to have happen, which we have seen at times, is to allow the opposing pitcher, after a couple runs worth of support.
Topped it foul. 1-1.
Getting the job done. And I think for a young player to come up, do a little more than you need to. And I think all in all, he's done to worry about with Nick Kurtz.
2-0 tipped into Escara's glove. And another last inning at 7-8-9 for the Yankees. And Escara is swinging on the first pitch, bouncing it over to Kurtz. He'll take it himself. One aquarium, though.
Nay. That's reserved for God's country.
Cabrera taking 207 opponent average. 1-2 tipped into Langoliers' glove. Make that 6 strikeouts for Bideau.
And Chris, I think it's something that can but you want to go out and win. So I think if you can find that happy medium to start the ball game, which was impressive. This perspective, that is something that has really taken over. Plug into your routine.
Liner right to Andujar, played it perfectly. A 1-2-3.